In our last video, we said that the plant can get a visit from a pollinator, which forms a plant-pollinator relationship. The job of the pollinator is to do a process called pollination. Pollination helps out plants, and the end result is a seed being made.
But due to climate change, we see the number of pollinators slowly going down, disappearing from the world as they make less children due to the long-term changes in temperature. This leaves our friends the plants helpless as they depend on these pollinators. But what is pollination, and why do plants need it so much? Well, you see, plants, they don't have legs, so they cannot run away when something bad is going on or if there's something deadly in the environment. But what can move are pollinators. During pollination, the pollinator visits a certain plant and picks up something called pollen. It then delivers this pollen to a different plant nearby or far away, and this plant can take this pollen from that pollinator and make it into something called a seed.
Making these seeds is very important because new plants arise from the seeds.
Making sure a seed is made from the pollen is one of the life missions of a plant, which the pollinators help complete. There are many animals that visit plants. Can you think of any that might be pollinators? Some common ones are flies, bats, birds, butterflies, bees, and beetles. But what do these pollinators get in return for doing their job? Since it's not paychecks, they must be getting something else. Instead, the plants make a sugary drink called nectar that the bees really do love to drink. Some plants are smart. To attract a pollinator, they'll start producing flowers of different shapes and colors, and this will cause a pollinator to be attracted towards them and go to that plant and collect its pollen. But climate change is causing this drink to be made in lower amounts, and it's getting less sugary, which the pollinators really don't like, making it less likely for them to go to the plant and collect its pollen. The timing of the flowers is also changing. Flowers appear earlier or later when pollinators are not around. But some plants, they have found a way to battle this by creating flowers all year around. Let's recap. We talked about climate change and how climate change causes there to be less pollinators because pollinators are making less children. And less pollinators means that not much pollen delivery is going to happen to other plants. And if other plants are not getting pollen, then there's not going to be many seeds made. And from the seeds come new plants. But if there's less seeds, there won't be that many new plants either. Then we also went over how climate change changes the sugary nectar drink that plants make. And they also change the timing at which these plants make flowers. Because of this, the relationship between pollinators and plants breaks, which means that plants have to find a different way to make seeds without the pollinators.